New information this morning about a failed attempt to rescue ISIS hostage Kayla Mueller. The White House confirmed the Arizona woman's death yesterday. She is the fourth American to die in the hands of the extremist group.
This morning, family and friends remember the 26-year-old as strong, caring, and compassionate. Major Garrett is at the White House, where Mueller's death is intensifying the debate on how to handle ISIS. Major, good morning to you.
Good morning. President Obama knew Kayla's inspiring story, one the country is just now coming to fully appreciate. It's one of the reasons the president called Kayla's parents before her death was publicly confirmed and why he issued such a lengthy statement of tribute. And the president also revealed for the first time Kayla was one of the hostages U.S. forces tried to rescue in a failed covert operation in Syria in July. President Obama told BuzzFeed News the effort to free U.S. hostages is relentless.
I deployed an entire operation at significant risk to rescue not only her, but the other individuals that had been held, and probably missed them by a day or two.
Congressman Paul Gosar, whose district includes the Mueller family's home, told the Arizona Republic that there were several failed attempts to rescue Mueller. In one, a man pretending to be Mueller's husband appeared at the Syrian terrorist camp where she was being held and demanded her release. But Mueller, unaware it was a rescue mission, denied she had a husband and unknowingly botched a chance at freedom. The White House is reviewing how to improve communication with families of Americans captured abroad. But the president stood by the long-standing U.S. policy banning the payment of ransom for any hostage.
Once we start doing that, not only are we financing their slaughter of innocent people and strengthening their organization, but we're actually making Americans even greater targets for future kidnappings.
Intelligence agencies confirmed Kayla's death after reviewing a photo ISIS sent the Mueller family. While U.S. officials could not determine the cause of death, they denied ISIS claims she was killed in a Jordanian airstrike.
Let's not forget in whose hands this woman died. And let's not forget who's ultimately responsible for it, ISIL.
On Capitol Hill, lawmakers praised Kayla's efforts to aid Syrian refugees and her remarkably positive attitude throughout her captivity.
The letter that she sent home showed incredible grace, incredible courage, incredible strength in the face of an enormous evil.
CBS News has confirmed that during her captivity, Kayla Mueller was handed over to an ISIS fighter as a bride. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill say all the circumstances around Kayla's captivity and death underscore the need for Congress and the president to agree on a framework for a battle plan to defeat ISIS in Iraq and Syria, and Congress could receive the president's formal proposal on that as early as today. Jeff?
Major, thank you very much. Kayla Mueller's family describes her as driven and passionate. At a news conference yesterday, relatives and friends said she always stood up for those who were suffering. They also shared that letter she wrote while in captivity.
She sounds so extraordinary, but what was so extraordinary about Kayla is she did ordinary things to extraordinary measures.
The world wants to be more like Kayla, and if that is her legacy and the footprint that she leaves on the world, then that is a wonderful thing. In Kayla's letter she wrote, "I have come to see there is good in every situation. Sometimes we just have to look for it. And right now that's what we're all trying to do."
Mueller also wrote in her letter, "I have been shown in darkness light, and I have learned that even in prison one can be free. I am grateful. As her aunt just said, I've come to see there is good in every situation. Sometimes you just have to look for it."
I watched that news conference yesterday.
Yeah.
It was heartbreaking to hear the family talk about her. She sounded like an amazing woman, and at one point she said she was more worried about them worrying about her than she was for herself.
Just look at what you just said.
Yeah, terrible story. We are going to hear more from Kayla's family.